bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the barrel's in your mouth. Woo! Bring 'em out, 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 bring 'em out.
Welcome to NFL Live with Matt Yashar, your host, and my guest Skylar Ream. We're going to recap about the exciting NFL draft and get ready for the 2010 kickoff for the NFL season. First off, I want to start out by saying Sam Bradford went number 1 to the St. Louis Rams. Picked him to make him the franchise quarterback for the next several years. Hopefully comes out good coming off a shoulder injury. And number 2, a very exciting player that I can't wait to watch is Ndamukong Suh, went to the Detroit Lions. I believe he has very strong potential to be a very destructive D lineman. Skylar, who are some favorite picks in the first round?
Ryan Matthews, because it's like all this Charger, buzz about him all of a sudden. It's interesting, they're saying he's the best back coming out of this year's draft. So I'm actually interested in how he can pass block, pass catch, and run the ball at the same time. So hopefully, I think that's an interesting pick. So I'd also like to see Tim Tebow on Denver because I think that's interesting. I think he was picked 17 or
No, he's
17,
20.
to 24, 24th, 27th, whatever, one of those picks.
That's very interesting because we throughout the NFL combines we saw Tim Tebow not producing at an NFL level, not with a quick release, moving slow to the ball, but he actually had a very fast time, fast 40 time, faster than the other quarterbacks that we thought were gonna go higher up in the draft, including Jimmy Clausen and Colt McCoy.
McCoy. I think Colt McCoy is a steal where they drafted him.
Yeah, I think those are two, but they say that they don't have any more potential to grow because the NFL level is very much different than the college level, and prospects could be much different. But don't ever forget, Tom Brady was picked in the 6th round, and look where he is now. Other notables in the first round, I say Javi Best. He was the running back for Cal, a Heisman hopeful in the beginning of the season, but he hurt himself, which messed him up for the senior season, and that's what I believe he didn't get picked up high in the draft. He was picked number 30 to the Detroit Lions. Another good pickup for them to help him out on the offensive side of the ball. I think he has very good potential. He can either be a make or a bust, very good pick or not. And he was picked over C.J. Spiller. C.J. Spiller went to the Buffalo Bills, and he will have a very outstanding season for his type of speed, just like Chris Johnson did. Even though his size is small, but he's very explosive off the ball. Now we're going to talk about who's going to make the playoffs and who's not from last season. So tell me, who are your picks that didn't make it that are going to make it this year? Who do you believe one team?
I'm going to ride on the Washington Redskins bandwagon because I think that they upgraded their team. Their defense was already legit last year, and they're going to keep this. They're pretty much going to keep the same defense coming this year. And then they picked up a very well QB, very experienced Donovan McNabb, and they have like 3 sets of running backs. They have Willie Parker, Clinton Portis, and Larry Johnson. Who's going to share the backfield. Also, they have a few good wideouts, and I can really see them coming in this year's playoffs.
Yeah, I think you're right. Playoffs may be questionable, but maybe Donovan McNabb, if he gets into the system quickly, he can make an impact. Great coach over there.
Mike Shanahan, he knows how to play. He knows how to coach.
Another team I see are the San Francisco 49ers. I think their quarterback, they found a good quarterback in Alex Smith. He was a number 1 overall pick, I think in 2005. He can make an impact. He played in the late of the season, and I think they have a good defense. And I think Michael Crabtree is going to be a good sophomore player. He came in late last season, but made some plays. So I think they're possible to make the playoffs. Next, I think rating the draft class, the Detroit Lions were rated up there. They got help on the defensive and offensive side of the ball, so they were really good. Another interesting pick in the late first round was Kyle Wilson from Boise State, a cornerback, and guess where he's going? The Jets. the #1 overall defense. The Jets already have 2 outstanding corners, but they're adding this. Who knows what Rex Ryan's cooking up with that defense? So that's going to be interesting to watch. The packages he's going to include. Another thing, who do you think is going to make the playoffs? Who do you think is not going to make the playoffs that made it this year?
That's a hard one. I personally, I can see. I think everyone's gonna make their playoffs. I mean, my only team that would kind of iffy, like who you haven't really heard a lot of news about is Green Bay Packers. You know, like we haven't really heard about them, but usually they're outstanding with Aaron Rodgers. So that's gonna be my surprise pick if there's a team that doesn't make the playoffs this year.
Okay, and the team I don't believe that's gonna make the playoffs next year are the Cincinnati Bengals. I believe they had a good season last year, but there's not enough consistency over there.
They have an amazing team and an amazing draft.
They had a good draft pick, but I don't see them making it. Another team I don't see making are the Pittsburgh Steelers, especially what's going on with Big Ben. He's getting suspended for up to 6 games. That's just gonna ruin the tempo, and they don't even have a good backup quarterback. I don't know what's going on over there.
It's debatable. I mean, like, you know, you can lose 6 games and still make the playoffs, you know.
That's true, but it becomes very difficult.
Not really. I mean, and then you also have a fresh QB coming in 6 games. I mean, it's possible. Like, I respect that. I personally think we are gonna make the playoffs. We might not be top seeded, 2nd seed, 3rd seeded, but we could be 6th seed or wild card because we drafted a lot of linemen and our defense is gonna be amazing. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, we're gonna finish as a top 5 defense and as a top 5 running game. I'm just gonna put that out there.
I didn't know you're part of the Pittsburgh Steelers, Skyler. Now we're gonna talk about who's gonna be the top 4 seeds from both divisions. Who's gonna make it, and hopefully who's gonna be the Super Bowl picks. So who do you have to meet up in the Super Bowl?
Oh, I actually haven't even thought about that. But if I'd have to choose, I think I'm gonna go with Jets on one side, and you choose the other side.
Well, let me tell you what teams are gonna be outstanding next year. I believe the Jets are gonna have a good season. I think Mark Sanchez, 1 year older, 1 year more experience. He's gonna be there. They added some offensive weapons for him, including Santonio Holmes from Pittsburgh, very good receiver, won a Super Bowl MVP. And I also believe their defense is
picked up Cromartie,
getting even better players. And I believe that the Dallas Cowboys are gonna make it to the Super Bowl. There hasn't been a team to win the Super Bowl in their own stadium since Dallas is gonna host the Super Bowl this year, the 2010 Super Bowl. I believe they added Des Bryant, one of the top receivers in college, for a weapon for Tony Romo. So I feel like they're gonna make it far and they're gonna have a really good season. Well, that's it. Have a good day.
It's a wrap. NFL Live.
No.
I think Bengals are gonna make it.
Cheers, man.